What's up YouTube? This is FJ and welcome to my new recording setup. I'm just trying out my new webcam, the Logitech C920, and I'm using OBS to record this video. Today I just want to do a quick review on the Sena Snowtalk Bluetooth headset, Intercom headset. I got a couple pairs of these to try out with my friend. You can communicate with up to 3 people with the intercom function. And it's pretty handy to take out on the slopes while you're shredding and snowboarding. So what comes in the box? You get a bunch of manuals and setup guides in different languages. You get a pair of these earmuffs, which are actually pretty cool. The headset actually goes inside via this zipper. You can put it inside, and then when you put it on, you can have it right up against your ears for the function. And of course you get the headset itself as well. It comes with a charging cable inside too, micro USB. Interface and controls are pretty easy to use. You get one button on each earpiece. The left button controls all the intercom features and the right side controls all the phone functions. And you press them together to power on and off the unit. So my general experience with these, when we took them out, we went to Blue Mountain. I put them actually in a toque that I had that has the little inserts for headsets, and my friend put it in his helmet, which had the inserts as well, and the ear pads. So we both paired them with our phones for listening to music and answering calls, and we also paired them with each other so that we could use them and we could use it for intercom while we're riding. The sound quality is okay when paired to your phone. It's not really anything to brag about in terms of, you know, the bass response or the treble response. I would just consider it a pretty simple speaker. Don't expect the same kind of quality that you would get from, you know, dedicated headsets or headphones or earbuds. But they do get pretty loud if you like that sort of thing. And rather than having to control the volume up and down, you could really just move it away from your ears and move it closer to your ears if you want it louder. What I did find though is when I was answering phone calls and actually having conversations, I think there's some noise canceling feature in there because it only really picks up my voice when I'm speaking. So it doesn't really hear all the exterior sounds when you're on the lift or when you're riding or when there's just a lot of noise around you. It generally just responds to your voice. So the other person on the other side of the line was able to hear me pretty clearly, and I was able to have a phone conversation without really having to use my hands on any of my devices. I just had to press the button on the right to answer the phone call. In terms of the intercom feature, same kind of deal in terms of voice response. When you speak, it sort of cancels out all the other background noises so the other person can hear you pretty clearly. You're able to actually pair these up with up to 3 other people. So you can have your intercom set up for a total of 4. You can talk to one person at a time or a couple people at a time or everyone at the same time. Now the function with this is, let's say you're listening to music and no one's in the intercom. As soon as someone connects to the intercom, your music pauses and you're automatically connected to the conversation. So that's kind of cool. You don't have to like answer the intercom function, or you don't have to use any controls to pause anything. It just automatically connects you to the person who's calling. Same deal for you. If you're trying to connect with someone else, it would pause their music or whatever it is they're listening to so that you guys can communicate. Now the limitations on this headset. I did feel that the range wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Now it's Bluetooth. It says here on the box that it's Bluetooth 3.0, and it says the intercom function goes up to about 700 meters. But when we took it out to on the hill, I think that 700 meters is if you're still within line of sight, because as soon as we had any kind of obstruction in between us, whether it be just turning around the bend with trees or maybe just down the slope, which is a little off angle, and you just lose sight of each other, we found that the connection was weaker and we weren't really able to communicate. The sound sort of just starts to get choppy and gets cut off, and you eventually just disconnect. It would start to happen around 1 to 200 meters, maybe less actually. They were blowing snow that day too, so maybe even that was interfering with the signals between our headsets. I do remember one time I was on the lift and we were passing over my friend who was down on the slope, and that had to be within 50 meters, but I tried to connect to the intercom so that I could speak with him, and I it wouldn't connect. So what we ended up using them mostly for was actually just having a conversation while we were both sitting on the lift. Rather than, it was a cold day, so rather than having to turn to each other and pull down our masks or really have a conversation that way, we were able to just stay within our scarves and our face masks, so we could stay warm, but we could still have a conversation. So that was kind of helpful. At the top of the slope too, we would communicate as to what direction we would head down. If there was a fork in the road, which way we would go. We would basically just plan out everything that we were going to ride before going down the slope, but it was just easier to communicate through the headset so that we didn't get as cold, or we didn't have to expose our face or our mouths to the cold. So I guess that's pretty useful too. What I rather would have been able to do with the headset though was if we were to, let's say, split up on opposite ends of the resort, and then we would want to meet up again, then that would have helped. Rather than having to call each other on our phones, we would just use the Bluetooth intercom function. But unfortunately, again, unless you're in line of sight, I don't think that really works very well with this headset. Now, this headset retails for $99 on their website. I think that's US, $99 US. I guess if you are looking for something to be able to communicate with a fellow rider who's going to be pretty much close to you, but it's a very cold day and you just don't want to expose your skin to the elements, then that could be very useful to you. If you're looking for a Bluetooth headset with really high quality sound, and you want to be able to enjoy your music, more of your music while you're riding, and you want if you expect better range in your communication, I probably wouldn't get these. It just seems a little on the pricey side for the quality. You do get the earmuffs. You don't have to buy your own toque or helmet that has the inserts for headsets. So there you go, guys. That's my review of the Sena Snowtalk Bluetooth headset. Hopefully you found that helpful. Please like and subscribe, and you can follow me on social media with all the information below. You can also see all my channels up there on the top. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Take care for now.